People are asking what happened. Huh? Yeah, much love. Much love. Much love.
Are you gonna tell the world who you stole this from?
Much love, bro. God bless you. God bless you. Dang, he's following us too.
Sir, Jason, can I use this bike?
Oh, yeah, Ashton, hold on.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Can I use the bike?
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I got you, bro. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you, bro.
No way.
You'll see it on the internet.
No way.
So word on the street is Ashton Hall got pressed while he was in London in the UK. Now they're saying that somebody ran up on him and he ended up running away. And you know, as a former running back myself, you know, sometimes that's just in your instinct when people are coming at you to, you know, go the other way. Me myself growing up, you know, anytime I had a one-on-one fight, you know, I took care of that. I handled business. But there was a few times when some guys tried to jump me and, you know, I had to get up out of there. You know, some people have seen those on story times on my channel way back when, right? So let's get right into this video. You know, we're going to be reacting to the whole situation start to finish and see what really happened.
What's good?
I'm the guy from Ashton speaking.
Huh? Yeah, much love. Much love. Much love.
Oh, remember you copied my value. Remember I was the guy with the value.
Yeah, I remember.
Much love. Hear from me.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Come on.
I don't know shit, bro. I'm not gonna do that.
What's up with you, bro?
I'm not gonna do that,
Yo, you need to come with us, yeah? But he's hot, though.
Are you gonna tell the world who you stole this from?
Much love, bro. God bless.
So already I'm seeing Ashton Hall put himself in a bad situation, right? So, you know, when we see a lot of these streamers, especially well-known, and I know he's kind of new to the streaming game, they usually have some security around them. It seems like he's kind of by himself, maybe just him and his video guy. I see like the mall security or wherever he's at kind of right there with him trying to like help him out. But it seems like him and a bunch of fans. You know, this is a bad situation to be with if you aren't prepared for anything, right? You know, he's thinking he's in the UK. You know that they got very strict gun laws, so he feels like he's okay. But he don't know, like they still get busy out there. They definitely still get busy out there. Like I always say, there are gangsters all over the world, so you got to be prepared. And you know, I'm sure after this situation, yeah, you know, the security guys he usually has when he's making those videos, slow motion running and all that stuff, he's probably going to really start hiring those guys to actually be with him while he's streaming going forward.
God bless you. God bless you. Much love. God damn. Wow. Dang, he's following us too. Sorry.
Sir, Jason, can I use this bike?
Oh, yeah, Ashton, hold on.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Can I use the bike?
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I got you, bro. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you, bro.
No way.
You'll see it on the internet.
No way.
All right, so, you know, he got up there, got away from the situation. There isn't actually video from him running from the crowd. So I'm going to assume that, you know, he just kind of walked out of there smoothly. But it looks like a random fan caught him on the street. It looks like he kind of ran away from even his cameraman, right? So maybe he did run and, you know, he's borrowing the Lime scooter, right? I know some of y'all have these in y'all cities where, you know, there's electric bikes and scooters that you can just, you know, use a little phone app to rent. He actually just, you know, seen a random guy with it and decided like, yo, I need to commandeer this vehicle right here. I'm gonna need to get up out of here because, you know, it's getting crazy out here in the UK. You know, this is not a good look for Ashton, but at the same time, he kind of did the right thing. You know, when we talk about self-defense, if there is room for you to get up out of there, that's always kind of the first go-to that you should take. You know, you should avoid fights and confrontation. This is, you know, me talking from a logical civilian perspective. I know some of us as men, you know, we like to handle business. You know, we ain't hitting the bag, we ain't going to the gym, we ain't got these for no reason, right? I understand that. We ain't got our piece on us for no reason. We ain't got whatever we carry on us for no reason, right? But, you know, realistically, the best thing to do is what he did in this situation. He's just that type of guy that people look for something to hate about him, right? Me, I don't hate the guy. You know, I think I find him entertaining, you know, just like all the rest of these social media people. But a lot of people look to hate him. So when these things happen, they're quick to point out his flaws. Like, now I've heard him, you know, people saying that he's was on some PEDs, or, you know, his programs are kind of like scams. Like, that's whatever. Like, if you hate him for that, then I understand that. But, you know, he just outside being himself. He's not like he doesn't talk like he's super gangster. You know, he's a very like seemingly godly type of dude. So, you know, people just kind of mess with him for no reason.
I'm dreaming right now, fam. You know.
So people are asking what happened. Pretty much what happened was we were going to Apple. You know, I'm going about my business, and then the dude just comes up to me all loud or whatever. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to give him any screen time or anything like that. But he just comes up to me. He's super loud, causing a huge scene. And he's just saying a whole bunch of words. I don't even know what this dude was talking about. I'm just like, yo, I'm good. God bless. Then he just starts yelling, right? In my head, like in that moment, I'm like, okay, bro has a knife on me. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking a million things. We're in the mall. Bro, you don't have to get checked to get in here. So you can have a gun, you can have a knife. He could be with one person. He could be with 5 or 6 people that I don't see in the crowd. I don't know how many people he has with him. So I'm just thinking in my head, okay, cool. I take off my glasses. I take off my headphones. I put them in a bag, make sure everything is good. He's pressing me hard. And then boom, I'm like, yo, I'm just going to get out of here. I need to get home safe. Like, I ain't trying to be the big bad wolf. Like, we don't have to throw hands. We don't have to scrap any of that. Like, you got it. You're good. You can be the guy here, because I'm just going to get home safe. So that's what I did. I got up out of there.
So as we can hear, you know, he told his side of the story, exactly what we were thinking, right? Dude's antagonizing him, and instead of, you know, making a bad situation worse, he decided like, yo, I'm just gonna get up out of here. You know, I ain't doing all these running reels and TikToks and all this stuff for no reason. I'm not out here racing speed for no reason. Let me go ahead and use my best ability, you know, let me get up out of here, right? I'm not mad at him for him. You know, he's gonna catch a lot of flack for this, you know, probably rightfully so. You know, you're on the internet, you gotta expect to, you know, some backlash, people to judge you. You know, you streaming, you showing your real life, what you're actually doing. So, you know, he just gotta move smarter, hire some security. You know, hopefully more streamers decide to like make sure they got the right people around them, so stuff like this doesn't happen. Because, you know, I don't know, you know, he, for his size and like the type of dude he is, you would think, you know, people would not be trying to mess with him like that, but he just doesn't come off as like a intimidating type of guy. So maybe that's why. Or you know, people just like to troll. So there's that factor as well. But yeah, he just got to be safer moving forward. Like I said, hire some security, get some guys around you that's willing to do a little bit of that dirty work. You feel me? But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Make sure you give your boy a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Ashton Hall after this situation. Does this affect his legacy going forward or not, man? Let me know. As always, love y'all. I'm out.